Today's video is sponsored by NordVPN. In today's video, we're going to see how many band-aids it takes to suspend ourselves from the ceiling. You may remember not too long ago we did a video where we took sticky tack, that blue sticky stuff usually made for putting photos up, and we hung from the ceiling with it. Today, we want to try something similar. We've got a bunch of bandages. These are just pretty standard. They're all one size.
What I'm seeing here mostly is that this isn't going to be a we open 500 bandages. This is going to be a I open 500 band-aids because Nate is currently...
You may notice I just successfully opened a bandage without the use of my left thumb. Here's the plan. Bandage, we'll stick them on the ceiling. We've got a bunch of this ribbon. We'll put a loop of ribbon on the pad of the band-aid.
Time out, wait a second. You said hang from bandages and then you got plastic balloon
This
ribbon?
stuff is strong. Look, we're gonna have one of these on each bandage.
We're gonna end up back in the ER today.
One of these on each bandage. This right here is way stronger than how much one bandage can hold.
All right,
like we'll only have one ribbon for each band-aid.
Pull it, pull it.
Oh, you're gonna hurt your hand.
Okay, well.
That was way more than one bandage.
All right, that's true.
If we take a loop and put it through this band-aid and just start pulling, that's gonna come off before this breaks. Here we go, let's just tie this into a loop.
I also noticed that we are sticking it to the scorch marks on the ceiling, which I think may come into play here
That's not necessarily where we'll actually do the test. I think we should use a cleaner portion of ceiling.
Because I think that would make it weaker. And also, we're not going to want to use the part of the ceiling that we already cracked the drywall from.
That's true. We'll probably move to in front of the workbench. So here we've got a fishing scale, and the numbers are going to be upside down, but we can just start pulling on this. So very briefly, that got over 5 pounds.
Okay.
It then did pull the Band-Aid off. The Band-Aid failed. The loop of ribbon did not. So that means that this is in fact our weak point.
But you still want to try and hang from it?
Not from one. I don't weigh 5 pounds, but I think that this can work. Okay. We have a lot of Band-Aids after all.
So I think that the first step is to start unwrapping Band-Aids and cutting loops of string.
Yes.
Okay.
This maxed out at about 5 pounds. And we don't want it to be maxing out when we try this. We want it to hold our weight for at least long enough to get some footage of like, hey, we're clearly off the ground. It's not gonna hold forever. At 5 pounds, we would need about 30 of these. I'm very skinny, I weigh about 150, which is not much for someone who's 6'2". I wanna make sure we really have enough, so I think we should double that and start with
we could triple it 60? With one box.
It's true. We could go to, maybe let's just do 100.
Yeah, let's do 100.
We got one box. This box is missing 2.
Full closed box.
Full box of 100 Band-Aids. Remember, we ended up putting 2x4s in the ceiling as support. I want to do that again. So we've got beams running across, and I want to add supports this direction the same way we did last time.
So I'll start unwrapping just the main outer packages, and I think Nate can start making some loops. Or I think it's time for another montage.
We need some 2x4s, and we've got a couple right here on the base of our paint shaker, and we don't use our paint shaker a whole lot. So I'm gonna take these off, and we're just gonna attach them to the ceiling.
Band-Aids. This supposedly can hold your body weight. Whew. Right here. Something that we've done before in the past when we dropped you out a window with duct tape. We want more of a spread. Even if this can technically hold his weight, we are worried about the fact that we won't have enough surface to cover. So we want more just to spread them out a little bit. So I'm gonna keep going.
We're not gonna be able to pull straight down with every Band-Aid. As we get away from the center, obviously, we're gonna start pulling at an angle. And I wanna find out what is stronger, having the Band-Aid this direction or having the Band-Aid this direction. And for both of them, I'm gonna be pulling at about a 45-degree angle. So I'm going to get the scale and I'm just gonna hook it on and I'm gonna try to pull at the same angle and see which one seems like it holds more force. About a 45-degree angle, pulling. I think that was 4 pounds, 15 ounces. So that got almost to 5 pounds. It's not bad.
Ooh.
That got up to 5 pounds, 3 ounces. So
Nice.
we got a little bit more pulling this direction. So I think that's what we're gonna do when we'll have our center, and then as we get away from it, we'll have all the Band-Aids sort of like pointing in a line at it, not perpendicular to it. And Band-Aids.
Yep, ready to go. You got 100 strings, but we are worried about you falling. I've got 100 of something for you to land on.
Oh, good. Oh, yes, sponges. That will
I fixed it.
clearly cushion my fall perfectly.
You've already injured yourself once with the sponges. What could possibly go wrong?
So many things.
Before we test how strong these Band-Aids are, we actually want to talk to you about something that's even more secure, NordVPN.
As some of you may have heard, Nord was the subject of a security breach a couple of months ago. While there was a breach, no user information was exposed. Due to Nord's no logs policy, the service as a whole was not attacked, their code was not hacked, the VPN tunnel was not breached, and the Nord apps were unaffected. So while no users were actually affected by the breach, Nord has taken the incident very seriously and is using it as a catalyst to become stronger.
Over the next few months, Nord will be moving to 100% ownership of their servers, build a committee of cybersecurity thought leaders who can set new standards, and have already introduced a bug bounty program that will reward cybersecurity experts for catching vulnerabilities.
We have been using Nord for years and have always had positive experiences. So while yes, they are sponsoring this video, we do actually really like their service. Nord is available on Windows, Mac, iOS, and Android, so it makes it easy to have all of your devices protected from cyber threats.
So if you aren't sure about whether or not it's worth getting, Nord will offer you a risk-free 30-day money-back guarantee to everyone who downloads the program.
Nord is also offering a special sale during the holiday season, a 3-year plan for 81% off, plus 4 free months, along with Nord Pass Password Manager app.
So head down to the link in the description or go to nordvpn.com/random and use coupon code RANDOM to get signed up today. All right, so 100 Band-Aids. Technically, that is over 3 times what you should need to hold your body weight.
At least for a short amount of time.
Yeah.
The tricky part, I think, is getting equal tension on all of them.
Do we have any more dowel rods, something that we could like wrap and twist?
So that's not the real problem. The problem is that if I grab like this, like, oh, this one's still kind of slack.
But that's what I'm saying. If we got a dowel rod, then it pulls them all to the same tension. All right, okay, so I'm just gonna start doing this in your grip and see if I can tighten any.
It's getting worse.
It's probably getting worse. I'm very helpful that way.
Short lift first.
Try not to jump though, because that'll put more weight on it. Just
You're
like
right.
raise yourself up. You've already lost 1 Band-Aid.
Oh no, that short one.
99 Band-Aids. It's okay. It's okay. 99 Band-Aids. Yay! What?
I was holding.
No way! I don't know what I'm more amazed by. The Band-Aids
Some
through
of
the
them
ribbon.
are coming off,
It doesn't matter.
but I did lift myself off the ground.
You held yourself to the ceiling with
With
1 box
Band-Aids.
of Band-Aids. You got 4 boxes of Band-Aids. We only needed 1. Not even a full box.
I bought them before I had done any testing for height or for strength.
Okay, the ceiling is struggling. Now the Band-Aids are struggling. They're coming down in...
It's hard for me to hold too.
Yes. Okay, you're jumping now, so it is killing the...
But it's also still kind of holding.
Swing, swing, swing from the Band-Aids.
Oh, there it goes. Whew. Catastrophic failure. After holding on to it, I don't know, it was probably 15, 20 times that I lifted myself. We've definitely lost some paint.
So the Band-Aids didn't even give out entirely.
It's really gross.
It gave up and pulled paint surfacing off the ceiling.
Nate, can you hang from the ceiling with a single box of Band-Aids?
You absolutely can hang from the ceiling.
Camera guy just had a great idea. Mark suggested that we just leave those and see how long they last. Given the fact that in several years, the only time that ceiling has even slightly got cleaned was the test with the sponges that are now all around our feet, I have a feeling these Band-Aids will be haunting me for a while.
Thanks again to our sponsor, NordVPN. To get 81% off of a 3-year plan plus 4 free months and access to NordPass Password Manager, hit the link in the description or go to nordvpn.com/random and use coupon code RANDOM to get signed up today. This video has ended. There's another video if you click that box.
Bears beats Battlestar Galactica.